What's this? A letter for me.
Welcome to another episode of Remember the Great Sports Through the Mail Thursdays. Today I'm going to share with you 3 recent returns that I got back in the mail, and I'm going to profile each of the individuals that signed autographs for me and tell you a little bit about their careers. So the first return is a return from it's from Florida, from former New York Mets left-handed pitcher Bill Hepler on 4 of 4. And I had 4 of the same card, and as far as I can tell, this might be his only card, and I'll tell you all about that and the reason for that. I mean, maybe there's another one out there I'm unaware of, but I think this is his only one. So let me tell you about Bill Hepler and his unique career in baseball. Saying just 6 feet tall and 160 pounds, the left-handed pitcher Bill Hepler signed with the Washington Senators organization in the 1964 season. He appeared in 8 games for the rookie ball affiliate, and the following year, in 1965, would appear in 38 games for their A and rookie ball affiliate. In 1966, he would be selected at just 20 years old by the New York Mets in the Rule 5 draft. At this point, Hepler had never pitched above A ball, and after just a few brief appearances in the rookie ball field of the Mets, Hepler, at 20 years old, made his major league debut on April 23rd versus the Atlanta Braves. In his first relief outing, he pitched 1 inning, gave up 1 hit and 2 base on balls with no earned runs. Well, Hepler would stay with the Mets the entire 1966 season. He would appear in 37 games, starting 3 of those, splitting his record at 3-3 and posting just a 3.52 ERA. Not bad for a 20-year-old rookie in the major leagues. Well, despite having these great numbers with the new New York Mets, and this was a team that was not really good. I mean, that 1966 Mets team was 66-95. And Bill put up some excellent numbers. Well, despite that, they decided to send him back down to the minor leagues in 1967 because he was just 21 years old. And from looking at the stats, I think it looks like they wanted to extend him into being a starting pitcher. So in 1967 and 1968, he would appear in 34 and 33 games respectively, starting 23 of them those years with the Mets, and he actually posted a 12-10 record in 1967 and a 9-6 record in 1968. But despite that, he didn't get called back up to the major leagues. So the only thing I can think of is the Mets manager was not a big fan of Bill. Well, unfortunately, in 1969, he was not up with the Mets again, and he struggled a little bit. And apparently, I'm just going out on a limb here that he started to have some arm issues because in 1970 he returned to Washington, the team that originally drafted him, but appeared in just 5 games in their single-A affiliate. By the time Bill was 24 years old, his baseball career was over. I'm not really sure what happened to Bill after he was 24 years old because I have no baseball stats after that. But imagine being a guy at just 20 years old, posting great numbers, and then that's it. A 1-year wonder. I mean, this guy was a lights-out pitcher for a miserable Mets team, and he still didn't make the major leagues ever again after that. That's just crazy to me. So, in total, Bill's record was what I just told you. 37 games in the majors, a 3-3 record, and a 3.52 ERA. In just that short amount of time as a Major League Baseball player. So I want to thank Mr. Hepler for signing my cards. I wish I could profile you even more, but after your year 24 season, I just don't have any information on you. So I'm going to assume Bill retired, went on to do something else after his baseball playing career, and the rest is history. So thank you, Mr. Hepler, and we'll move on to the next return. All right, so this next return comes from Florida. There's another player from that era, and that is Tommie Reynolds. He also goes by. So Tommie Reynolds on 404. 3 of those as Oakland or Kansas City A's, and a 4th as a New York Met. So let me tell you about Tom, or Tommie Reynolds, and his career in baseball. Tom Reynolds, a California native, signed as a free agent with the Kansas City A's in 1962. In 1963, Tommie would be assigned to the A's single A affiliate in the Midwest League. He'd appear in 114 games for their single A affiliate, posting a .332 batting average, hitting 27 home runs, and hitting 88 RBIs. Well, that got him Midwest League MVP honors, and because of his first year accomplishments, he moved up to the major leagues with the Kansas City A's after spending the season in A-ball. In 1963, he appeared in 8 games for the Kansas City A's, finishing out the season on their roster. Well, the next year, the A's decided to send him back down for more seasoning to Double-A, and he appeared in 95 games and posted a .313 batting average again, hitting 19 home runs in Double-A. Well, the A's brought him back up, and he unfortunately struggled at the majors, posting just a .202 batting average in 31 games. Well, the next year, he would again move up the ladder. He would then go to Triple-A, splitting time between the Kansas City A's and their Triple-A affiliate. Well, 1966 rolled around, and the A's still didn't have a permanent place on their roster. He appeared in 121 games in 1966 for their Triple-A affiliate, posting a .248 batting average and 11 home runs. Well, he was then selected, like Bill, in the expansion draft. So him and Bill were actually teammates with the Mets organization, and Tom would spend his first year in 1967, his full year, in the major leagues. He just appeared in 5 games basically in their minor leagues, but he posted just a .206 batting average for the Mets that year in 1967. Well, the following year in 1968, the Mets sent him straight to their minor league affiliate, where he spent the entire season in Triple-A, but he responded with a .319 batting average that year and 9 home runs. Well, this got the attention of the team that originally drafted him, the A's, and they selected him back from the New York Mets in the '68 Rule 5 draft. Well, with that selection, Tommie got his second crack with the Oakland A's. In 1969, he appeared in 107 games for them, posted a .257 batting average, playing the outfield. Well, despite putting up solid numbers in that '69 season, they did decide to send him down to the minor leagues, and in 1970, he would start the year out with Oakland in their Triple-A affiliate, but then they would trade him in May to the California Angels, who would purchase them directly, so a cash trade, not a player-for-player trade, and he would then spend the next 2 years with the California Angels organization, appearing in the major leagues with them. Well, after the '71 season, he would then be traded to the Angels to the Milwaukee Brewers for Andy Costco. His first year with the Brewers in 1972, he would appear in 72 games for their major league affiliate, primarily as a backup outfielder, defensive specialist, and then he would not return to the major leagues again with the Brewers. He would spend the 1973 all the way through the 1978 season, finally retiring at the age of 36 in the Brewers organization. In total, he appeared in 8 seasons in the major leagues, 513 games, posting a career batting average of just .226, playing the outfield, hitting 12 home runs. So his home run power didn't really translate to the major league level, but this guy was awesome his first couple years as a minor leaguer. Well, Tommie's journey did not end at the major leagues. He would actually wind up getting into coaching after his playing career, and why not? This guy spent a long time as a player and a coach, or long time as a player in the minor leagues. So who better to coach? And he would actually work his way up through the system with the Oakland A's, and he would then be part of the coaching staff from 1989 to 1995 with Tony La Russa with the Oakland A's. He would then follow Tony to the St. Louis Cardinals for one season in 1996. He would earn a World Series ring as part of the 1989 Oakland A's. And as far as I know, after his coaching career, he decided to retire from baseball and live life pretty nicely. So thank you, Mr. Reynolds, for signing those cards for me. And we'll move on to the last and final return. All right, so this last return is postmarked from Texas. And it is a return from the ultimate utility man, but mainly a catcher, Ron Brand of the Colt 45/Astros, and also the Pirates, and a couple other organizations as well. So let me tell you about Ron Brand and his career in baseball. Saying at just 5'7" and 167 pounds, Brand primarily was used as a catcher, but also played multiple positions around the diamond. He pretty much played every position. He was the ultimate utility player, and he started out just being that scrappy, plug-in-the-gap type of ball player, but the most of his career he was behind the plate as a catcher. So Ron was actually selected by the Pittsburgh Pirates in 1958 as a free agent. At just 18 years old, he played in the Class D and Class C affiliate of the Pirates in 1958. He would work his way up through the minor league ranks until 1963 at AAA. He would get called up to the majors at the age of 23 years old, making his major league debut on May 26th. In that game, he would have 2 at-bats against the Braves and not get any hits. Well, Brand would split time that year in 1963 between the AAA and Major League affiliate. And in 1964, the Pirates decided to send him back down to AAA for the entire season, where he posted in 121 games a .273 batting average. He was then selected in the Rule 5 draft after that 64 season by the Houston Colt 45s. John Bateman was Houston's opening starting catcher in 1965. However, he soon lost his starting job to Brand. On August 18th, Brand hit his second home run of the season and the third of his career. He never hit another major league home run the rest of his career. In 1966, Bateman won the starting job back, and Brand became the backup. They split catching duties pretty evenly in 1967, but Brand began the 1968 season with the Astros in the AAA affiliate and only appeared in 29 games behind the plate for the Astros that year. On October 14th, after the 68 season, Bateman was drafted by the expansion Montreal Expos. In the draft, and 52 picks later, so was Ron Brand. This platoon only lasted one season for the Expos, as in 1970, Brand assumed more of a utility infielder role, and in 1971, Brand only caught 2 innings, however made 22 appearances at shortstop. He spent all of 1972 with the Expos AAA affiliate and was released at the end of that season. He then joined the Los Angeles Dodgers in 1975 as the ultimate utility player and spent the entire season in Bakersfield, actually, as the player manager of their California League affiliate before retiring. After Brand finished his career, he had a lifetime .239 batting average with just 3 home runs and 106 RBIs. After his playing career ended, he got into a contracting business in California until the early 1990s when he was contacted by the New York Yankees by then upper management Gene Michael. Over the next 2 decades, Brand would work as an advanced scout for the New York Yankees until he decided to retire in 2013. So Brand stepped away from the game, had a pretty solid career, sticking in the major leagues for multiple affiliates, playing for 2 expansion teams actually, the Colt 45s and the Expos, and then would step away from the game, but 20 years later, in the 1990s, would find himself working for the Yankees as an advanced scout. So I want to thank Mr. Brand for taking the time to sign my cards. I also want to thank Mr. Reynolds for signing all of his cards that I sent to him as well, including his Kansas City and Oakland A's cards. And I also want to thank Mr. Bill Hepler for signing his 4 cards, all the same card. Unfortunately, like I said, that's I think the only one that he has. So I just found Mr. Hepler's story just amazing, that he was just 20 years old when he made his debut. And you can see how young he looks on that trading card. And I want to thank you for taking the time to learn about some 1960s era players that you may not have known about. And as always, happy collecting.